Hey guys, this is my first art tutorial for you. A lot of my friends are always wanting to know how to make henna, so I thought I'd show you all my recipe. First, you will need henna powder. I got mine from a local Indian store for about $3 to $4. It doesn't take a lot of henna to make a large amount for your friends. I would suggest starting off with no more than 2 ounces. Next, you will need lemon juice. You can use fresh squeezed lemon juice or take the easy way out like me and just use store-bought lemon juice. I can't tell you the exact amount you will need until you start mixing. It's all by the eye. Sugar is not a needed ingredient. However, some believe the sugar helps keep the henna on your skin for a longer amount of time without drying up and falling off as easily. I always add it because it never seemed to hurt. Lastly, you will need what is called a terp. This helps release the dye within the henna. I always use tea tree oil for this. To start, pour in lemon juice until the consistency is that of yogurt. It takes a lot of stirring and smashing to get everything mixed completely. As you can see, I realized I needed more lemon juice than I thought. My mix probably could have used a little more lemon juice, but it would still work fine. Take your mixture of henna powder and lemon juice and put it into an old plastic bag. Leave this overnight in your house at a normal temperature. If you live somewhere warm, you can leave it outside for just a couple hours and the dye will release faster. The next morning, I took my henna out of the bag. You know when the dye is released when you take a spoon and swipe it in the mixture and the top is a brownish color and below is green. Now it is time to add the sugar and tea tree oil. I only use a little bit of each, as you can see. I now set it aside for another hour or so to continue its dye release. While I wait, I make my own handmade cones for applying the henna. I take the old plastic bag I used earlier and cut it into a square. I then proceed to roll the bag into a cone shape and tape it. Make sure you tape it really well, or you may have henna seeping through the top and onto your hands. You can also use frosting bags for this, but I prefer a smaller size cone for my hand. Once you've finished your cones and have allowed for time the henna to sit, you can begin spooning henna into the cone. A little goes a long way. You can see I only scooped 1 spoonful into my bag and it was already full. This little cone will last you a lot longer than you think. I tested out the cone on a piece of plastic. I noticed that it wasn't coming out quite as fast as I would like it, so I cut off a very small bit from the top. Again, a little goes a long way. You can always cut more off, but you can't take it back. And ta-da! You have your henna. Here I'm just showing you a quick and basic design to show you how it works. After 2 to 3 days of the henna sitting around, it will lose its dyeing capabilities. Sticking it in the fridge or the freezer can help prolong the dye. Once you have the design you want, the longer you keep the mixture on your skin, the darker the stain will be. If you want a super dark stain, I would suggest leaving it on overnight. You can wrap it in cotton balls and old plastic bags. This temporary tattoo will last about 2 weeks depending on the deep stain it has, and whether or not you apply your tattoo, for example on your hands, which will fade faster due to washing it daily.